This is Dr. Pankaj Kumar, professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. I welcome all of you in this course, Introduction to MATLAB.
You have to equate whatever the function is given and you have to find out the roots of that function. Then just you have to equate that function to 0. Then you have to find out the what will be the value of x. Suppose this is one variable equation. In that just you have to find out the values of x only. So you will do f(x) is equal to 0, and then you have to find out the roots of equation. Like one example is given. Okay, can anyone tell me what will be the roots of this equation? X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Can anyone tell me what will be the roots of this equation or function? Yes, you know, everyone know about that. Yes, tell me. Or otherwise you do not know. Yes, can anyone is there those who do not know about the roots of this equation? Tell me na. Anyone tell me what is the roots of this equation? You know, everyone know about that. Yes, tell me.
1 and 6.
1 and 6. Yes. Any other? How you got the 1 and 6?
I have some tricks, sir.
Yes, you can share with your friend. What are those tricks?
Substituting in the formula that minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a.
Yes. You found out and tell me. Is there a 1 and 6 is the root of this equation? Yes.
Sir,
Is there any root of that equation using whatever the formula you told? No, you just find out and tell me whether this whatever the root you are telling that is correct or wrong. You have notepad, writing note is there along with you.
yes, sir.
Okay, just do it and tell me. Otherwise, you see here what I am doing here. You know, everyone know this about. So here x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Okay. So x, just I will take x minus 3 minus 2, I will take it from that 2x, then x minus 3. So x minus 2 and x minus 3. So here the roots of equation will be 2 and 3, not 1 and 6. What my point? Is there any doubt here? How to find out the roots of equation? You people, everyone know about. Yes, just you forgot or just in that is not in your mind at this time. No issue. Just this is revision for your concept. Okay. So here, just you are equating this equation to 0 or function to 0, and then you are finding out the what are the roots could be there the from basic method. Okay, so you got the answer 2 and 3. So similarly in MATLAB also, just we will use some command is there. Using that command just we will see the how to find out the roots of equation. For that the formula is there. One, just all of you note down that formula to find out the roots of equation. This xn is equal to f0 function and x naught. This is a formula. From that formula you can find out the roots of equation in MATLAB. So I will tell about what is the significance of x naught and the x1. So xn is the number of roots. Suppose you have just now we have discussed that is binomial equation. So every binomial equation having the two roots. So here you can write x1 and x2. So two root is there, na? You can okay, and the x naught is the this x naught is the initial guess, because in MATLAB initially you do not know what will be the solution of that equation or root of that equation. So what you will do, you will take some initial guess value. So near about the solution value, whatever the suppose 2 and 3, just now you got the root of equation, that equation. So near about some value you can take. Suppose 1.9, 1.6 or 1.7 or 2.1, 2.3, any initial guess value corresponding to each root. So two root is there, na? So two initial guess value you have to take, and you have to start with the to find out the roots of equation. So after that correct root of equation you will get it. So basically you have to take any initial guess value. I will show you how to take the initial guess value. Okay, I will explain about. Okay, so after plugging the initial guess value. Okay, so don't worry how to take the initial guess value, and then you have to start with the whatever the formula is given x and is equal to f0. So basically f0 is the command. Using that one you can find out the solution or root of that any function. And x naught and function is function, or we say access. So from that you can say that our function. Okay, and x naught is the initial guess. So that way we can find out. So suppose here there are two methods. So direct string method and indirect string method, there are two ways. Okay, we can do it using two ways method. So I will tell about the both the method. So first method is the string method. Okay, so in a string method, okay, wait one second, my internet problem is there, so I'm just connecting with the. Okay, so now PPT is visible now. Yes, anyone? PPT is visible to everyone, na? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here, first method is the direct string method. So in this method, what we will do, suppose our function is this one. Okay. So that function will be taken in the string form. Okay. Like this function is there, na? So that will be taken in the string form. Means the total function will be passed in to find out the equation or roots. Na? So their total function as a string will be passed. So a string are generally, if you having idea in the that first year, na, computer science course, na, C programming, in that how to pass a string, how to that method, using that method direct this function will be passed as a string. In that just we are taking the single quote. Okay, whatever the our function is there, that will be kept in the single quote, and initial guess value, this 0.7 is nothing but the initial guess value. How to find out the initial guess value we will discuss when we'll do in MATLAB, na, that time itself. For that just you are using, see here, the defined x is equal to 0 to 8. What is 0 to 8? Nothing but the limit value. In that limit just you have to find out the root of that equation or that function. So first you have to take the any x vector. In that x vector you have to take the limit value. Means between what and what you have to find out the root of equation, that limit value. So that we have taken as one vector x, and that value is varies from 0 to 8. So 0 to 8, between 0 to 8 itself you have to find out the root of this equation or this function. Okay, then just we have entered our function value. So our function is given x e to the power minus x minus 0.2. So just we have taken y as this function, and then we have entered this value. After that we have plotted x and y, so that we can guess is suppose you have one equation. Yes, can you just wait a second, I will show you. Suppose just now, wait a second. Okay, so we are discussing here. So here, can anyone tell me? So here, the what is significance of the plot command? So suppose you have x and y, one function is there. Okay. Suppose the last equation just we have discussed about x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Suppose this plot is like this. Okay, like this. Or suppose another function is like this. So this is your y and this is your x-axis, and this is your y-axis. Similarly, this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Okay, so at the cutting point, yes, if the function, if this function, this y is equal to x e to the power x minus 0.2, the meeting point means this function becomes when at the cutting point your one root will be there. Similarly, other root will be at the when the y will be 0. At this point you can think about this curve having y value 0. Similarly, this curve at this point, this curve having y value 0. So means what? If you are equating this equation equal to 0, then y will be 0, na? Yes or no? Here tell me, you are getting or not? If you understood, say like CS. Yes? Any doubt? Suppose once again I am repeating. Suppose you have function y function like y is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, suppose this function is given, this function. So you have to find out the roots of equation. In that case, just I have to explain about, you have to equate that function to 0. Then you got the values of x and x, two values, na? 3 and 2. So x value was 2 and 3. Okay. So how you have done it? Just you have equated that function to 0. Means at that value your y will be 0. There only you are getting the x value, na? So this value nothing but the, suppose at 2 and 3, or here 2 and 3, the two function. Okay. So when your y function value becomes 0, then only you are getting one root. Na? Similarly, you have to equate that y value to 0, then you are getting 0. So that is nothing but the when your curve or your function or your equation is meeting x-axis, at the x-axis point your y will be 0. You can think about, na, suppose here the 0 is there, so you are moving in some values, na? So similarly this side 0 increasing, so at this line all y will be 0. Yes or no? Because here the 0 point will be there in y direction, this will be the 0 point because this is the center or origin. So on this line everywhere y value will be 0 and x value will be increasing. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that it will increase. So always here the y value will be 0. So here also just what you have done, your at meeting point just your y value is 0. So this is one root and this is the second root if it is binomial equation. Got my point? Yes, is there any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask me here question, otherwise we will move next. Yes. So basically, just I want to tell about here that you have to equate that equation or that function to 0. Means here you are at the cutting point. Your this equation, this curve is nothing but the y. This curve, this equation. Okay, x square minus 5x plus 6. So that is changing like this one. So at this point and this point, this equation having the roots. In that case, just you have to take the initial guess. You know now what the 2 and 3 are the root. Sometimes you do not know what will be the root. In that case, so from the curve itself, so what you have to do, you have to plot that curve. So for that, just you have taken the limit here. This is the limit between what and what. Suppose here to here means between suppose between this one and this one I have to find out the root. Suppose here the 1 is there, here is the 5. So between 1 and 5 I have to find out the root. Okay, so just that vector you have to enter. After that, that function value, so this function value, suppose here is the another function, so I have written another function that y is equal to. Okay, then you have to plot it. After plotting, then you will get a graph like this one. So suppose this x square minus 5x plus 6 is there, then you will graph like this one or this one. Okay, so after that, just you have to find out the initial guess here, this value, and this value you have to find out. This value 0.7 and 2.8 is nothing but the initial guess value. You can take any random value, no issue. For that, I am telling you these are the initial guess. So how to find out the initial guess? For that purpose, just you have to plot the graph of the given function and between the given limit. Limit will be given that between that limit itself, just you have to plot the graph. So just you have plotted the graph and now just you have to take the initial guess because 2 and 3 are the exact root, but you do not know the root of equation. You are finding out the root of equation, so you have to take the initial guess before and after the cutting point. Okay, meeting point you do not know exactly at what point the y curve is meeting at this point and at this point exact value you do not know. Okay, so for suppose this equation, so I have taken 0.7 as one root and 2.8 as another root. You can take another values also, 0.6 or 0.9 also, no issue. 0.8 also, no issue. Initial, just you have to take the near about this value. Okay, near about this value, another initial guess. So you have to using first initial guess value, just you have to find out the first root. Okay, so using this one, x1 is equal to f0, then as a function as a in the string, and then initial guess value. Similarly, the x2, similarly using another root means initial guess value. Just you have to find out. In this way, you will get the both the roots of equation using this command itself. Just only you have to plot the graph to find out the initial guess purpose. Otherwise, there is no significance of plotting the graph. Okay. After that, just you have to find out the root only this function. Okay, x1 f0, then you have to pass the function in the string and initial guess value. Got my point? So this is one method. So this is direct string method. Okay, now coming to the second the example we will discuss in the MATLAB. Just here I am giving the explanation. After that, in MATLAB we will show all the examples. Okay, so now coming to the second method. So second method is that anonymous function. Just you have to create one anonymous function and then you have to pass that function itself, not as a string. So here our function, just we have taken f is equal to at the rate x, then you have to write your function value, whatever the function is given or equation is given, just you have write this function is here x multiplication exponential of minus x minus 0.2. So this is anonymous function. So here f is the anonymous function, and then you have to find out the same formula, xn is equal to f0 f, then x naught is the here also initial guess. Only difference is that here in place of passing f, earlier you are passing a string total equation, but here only just you have to write f value, not total this value here. Okay, only that difference is there. After that, according to the initial guess, first root and second root value will come. Otherwise, everything is same. Okay. So this way you can find out the roots of equation. Okay, two examples in both methods are there. We'll discuss in detail in MATLAB. So now coming to the how to find out the maximum and minimum value of a function. Okay. So you know about how to find out maximum and minimum value of a function in the your +2 class. Yes. Just you are finding first derivative and second derivative, and then you are finding a maximum and minimum value. But here in MATLAB, totally different way is there. From that, we are finding out the maximum and minimum value of a function. Okay. For that, first only one command is there. So that command is this one. Suppose you have to find out the minimum value of a function. So for that, f mean b and d, all of you note down this one, this command, very important, or otherwise you can take the snap. Okay, this all PPT content, this one, this PPT content, just you have to write it. So you just write it, just I am waiting for 1 minute. This is very important for maximum and for minimum both. Yes, I think over. So here I have written for the suppose minimum value of a function. Okay, for that we are discussing. Then we will discuss about the how to find out the maximum value of a function. Okay. So for the minimum value of a function, just you have to write this command x is equal to f mean b and d, f mi and b and d. So this command name is there, MATLAB command name. Okay, and then your function value. Suppose the previous example we have function, you have to find out what will be the maximum value and minimum value of that function. Then x1 and x2 is nothing but the limit value. Between that limit value itself, you have to find out the minimum value and maximum value. So x is the point of minima, and suppose for the minimum value, so x will be definitely you are going to find out the minimum value. So x will be the point of minima, because you are going to find out minimum value. So that point minimum value will come. So that point of minima will be there. Similarly, x1 is the start point of the interval, means the limit will be given. Between that limit itself, you have to find out the minimum value or maximum value. So here we are discussing about the minimum value. So between that limit itself, you have to find out the minimum value of that function, and this x2 is the end limit of the given interval. Okay, so for getting the both value, x value and function value, suppose you have to find out the minimum value of that function, and at that point, suppose at some point minimum value will be there, na? And minimum value of the function at that point. The two things is there. One thing is that you have to find out the point of minima, and at that point of minima, what will be the value of function. So here the this x is nothing but the point of minima, and f value is the function value at this point. So at this point, x point, what will be the function value? For that, just you write. So using this one, you can get both the things. But using this one, you can just, if you are taking the only x, so you will get a only point of minima, not the function value at the minimum point. Okay, so but if you are using this command, then you can get the function value at the point of minima at the, as well as the minimum point value. Okay, point of minima also, both value you can get it. Okay, now coming to the next. So this is how to find out the minimum value of a function using MATLAB. So some example is there. We will discuss about the example. So here just plotting are used. So this is another way of plotting. Already we have discussed this command in the MATLAB plotting classes. Okay. So either you can use the plot command plot, and then you have to take the x limit, x vector, and then y vector. Then you can plot it. But here because we are just learning about to find out the maximum and minimum value, so that whatever the method you have to adapt, that can give the minimum amount of time it will take. So using a plot in single command, just you can plot this function x square minus 5x plus 6. So only one command is required for plotting. Okay, and here the limit minus 5 to 10. So between minus 5 to 10, you have to plot the graph of x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, so using this one graph will be plotted, and then after that just you have to find out the point of minima as well as function value at that point of minima value. So using that one, you can get the both values, point of minima as well as function value at that point of minima value. Okay, so after that exercise are there, we will discuss about the exercise. After that, then you have to find out the maximum value of the function. So here in MATLAB, there is no specific command for finding out using minimum command. So in that case, just what you have to do, you have to use the same command. Okay, x min b and d. So same command will be used, but in that function, just you have to reverse the function's sign. So here minus sign you have to give before the function, then your function will be reversed. So if the function having the minimum point uh, without any sign change, if you change the sign of that function or reverse its sign, then your point of minima will become the point of maxima. Like here, suppose one example is like this one. So this is point of maximum. If you reverse this function, then this becomes, so here, so we will use the point of minima function. Suppose you have this function, so at this point you have point of minima. Okay, so if you change the direction of this function, so this function will be reversed and will be looking like this one if the minus sign will be given. So this point of minima will become the point of maxima. Okay, so just here same way, just you have to give minus sign and everything will be same, only just you are changing the sign of the your function. Here you all, everything will be same as it is, there is no change. Okay, is there any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask me question here, otherwise we will move to the MATLAB session. Okay, and then we will having the examples. After that some assignment is also there, then we have to discuss assignment. Okay, so this is about presentation. Then now we will move to the MATLAB. Is there any doubt till now? So now I will share with the MATLAB file. Okay, so wait a second. So now we will discuss about the how to find out the first root of equation, because in PPT just we have presented first now find out the root of equation. Okay, after that just so for that just we have discussed about in what way just you have to equate that function to 0, then you have to find out. Before that just you have to enter the, so our question was the x square minus it y is equal to x e to the power minus x minus 0.2, our function was there. So we have to take the x vector and the limit is given 0 to 8. So we have to take 0 to 8 limit. Okay, and then we have to plot the graph. Okay, so then I have to enter our function value. Already I have taken the x vector, so now you have to take the y vector, and y vector is nothing but your function value. Okay, x into e to the power exp minus x minus minus 0.2. So this is our function value. Okay, so here showing some error. So what error? Just you can see here. Okay, unexpected MATLAB operator. Okay, that error is coming. Okay, just you have to change the exponential. What? Why you have? Can anyone guess why this error came? Yes, you know about. Just we have discussed in the second class of the MATLAB. Yes, array operator. You know about different type of the operator na, and different mathematical operator na. Suppose simple mathematical operator is there, in that simple multiplication, division, addition symbol will be used. If you are using array operator, in that case just what command is there? First dot will be there, then the symbol will be there, whatever suppose multiplication or division will be there. So that error was there, so that's why here it was showing unexpected error. Okay, now that I have resolved, because dot and then operator, dot division, dot multiplication, not first multiplication then dot. So here that was there, first multiplication was there, then dot was there, the reverse sign. So just I have changed it. Okay, now you have to plot the command, plot x comma y. Okay, comma y, then just you see the plotting. So plotting will be open in the separate window. So I have to say again, after plotting I have to show the windows. Okay, so wait a second, I will show and share that window. Okay, now I will share the plotted graph window. Okay, now this graph is came na. Yes, so now you can see just we will enter the grid on command, so that the x and y line will come grid on. So this is nothing but the revision of the command. Okay, so now you can see the, now the line are came x line and y line grid. So now you can see this is our blue color line is nothing but the our function. What function? X into exponential of minus x minus 0.2. Now you can see about this line. This line is nothing but the x-axis, because x-axis is passing from the origin. So this is your origin point. Okay, so origin, at the origin point both x and y values will be 0. So here both x value and y values are 0. So this is our origin line. So this line will be the x-axis line and this line will be the y-axis line. Now just you have to see where the our x-axis, this curve line is touching at the x-axis. So this point, now you see this point, our function value cutting the x-axis. So here one root will be there. So this is how you can guess the initial guess value, how to take the initial guess value. For that just I am explaining it here. Okay, all of you just listen, okay, carefully. Here very important, how to find out the initial guess value. For that, just we are pointing out it here. Here y value is becomes 0. So here one initial guess value you have to take. You do not know exact point of this one. Okay, maybe 0 0.7, 0 0.8, 0 0.9 or 0 0.85 or 0 0.79. You do not know. So you have to take the any initial guess value near about. So you can take 0 0.7, 0 0.9, 0 0.75. You can take any one value. So this is one initial guess value. So similarly, this curve again touching x-axis at this point. Okay, this curve, our function or y is touching x-axis at this point. So here will be also another root. So even here also you do not know what will be the exact x-axis point. Okay, because here at this point y-axis becomes 0. So that's why here one root will be there. Okay, so here just one root will be there. For again you have to take the second initial guess. First initial guess was this one and second initial guess was this one. Is there any doubt here till now? This is important. Okay, if any doubt is there, you can ask me question here. Yes, no doubt. So again I will share with that MATLAB window. Okay, so now here MATLAB window, just you have to find out the using command. So xn is equal to f0 bracket open, then you have to find out. So x1 I will write x1 is equal to f0 f0 command, then function value. So first method we are discussing about the first method, how to find out how to pass your function. So first method we have discussed using direct string method. So in direct string method, just we are passing total function in the form of a string. Okay, so in single quote, then your function value is nothing but the our this value. So I will copy it and I will paste it here, and you have to close the, and then you have to take the initial guess value. Can anyone tell me what value, initial guess value I have to take it just from the plotted graph? Yes, tell me what value I have to take. 0 point, yes, tell me. 0.7. Okay, 0.7 I will take. Okay, that's it. Our work will be over. Just I will hit enter, then one solution will come. So that will be one root of that our function value. Okay, it will be the one root. So now you can see some error is there, same error. So here just here same error is there. So a dot and then multiplication. Okay, now you see here this is our one root. 0.2592, the one root means I will show in the graph. Okay, just wait a second. So this cutting point is nothing but this cutting point, because this is our x-axis. So this cutting point is nothing but a 0.2592, this point. So this one root is over. Is there any doubt? If you have any doubt, you ask question here itself, so that your doubt should be clear here. Similarly, for the x2 means second root, you have to find out. Similarly, same command you have to use f0, then single quote your function value, this same function value. Okay, then single quote, close the single quote and initial guess value. Now you tell me for the second initial guess value. The second cutting point I have shown to you now. So at near about that value you have to take. You tell me what value I have to take. Yes, anyone?
2.8.
2.3. Okay, 2.8 I am taking. Second time also we can try with the 2.3. Okay. Now you see here. So now you got the second x cutting point value. So again I will show in the plot. Okay, just wait a second. Every time I have to share. So now this point will be the 2.5 some values came na, so that value. Okay, again I will try with the another values you told na, some 2.3 na, so you can try it. So same value will come. Okay, so here just I have to change the 2.8 to 2.3. You can verify 2.3. Okay, now you can see here the exact root came na 2.5426 na, same exact value will come because these are the initial guess, but in the root na, root will be exact. So here also you have got using by changing the initial guess. So here by changing or taking the different initial guess, there is no effect on the our root. So, but you have to take the near about that value, na. Otherwise, if you are taking near about this value, so first root will give. Suppose 0.79 you are taking or 0.9 you are taking. So this root only it will give. Okay, it will not give or this will not give the this value. Only near about the value it will give. Understood, na? So this way you can find out the root of the equation. So this
Sir, what
one
will
method.
show? Sir,
Yes, tell me.
if you take nearer value more than that, what will come, sir, answer?
More than what?
More than the guessed value. Here 2.3 and 0.7 has taken, no, sir.
Uh,
Instead of taking that, we can take 5 or else anything.
you can try it. You can try. There is no problem. Suppose I am taking 5. Okay. So in place of 5, but only that function having two root na. So it will always give the near about suppose you are taking. So you can try it. What is coming? So near about that value only it will come. Suppose you are right side of that function na. Suppose at that near about whatever the value is coming, whatever the root will be there, na, that root will be taken. So suppose at this point na 5 point na, so I will show in the graph so that for your doubt will be clear. Okay, so I am showing in the graph, plotted graph. Okay, so you are telling I will take this point. Okay, this point means what? Suppose but your root is here na. So whether you are taking this point or this point, so near about to whatever the root will be there na, that root only it will come. Suppose you are taking at this point also, that point also only it will give the this root itself. So suppose you are taking this point, so it will give this value, not this value. So near about whatever the your root is there, that root it will give. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, I will go to the now MATLAB, and we will see from the other examples also. CLC and clear screen. Okay. Now another function, another way was there. Another function I will take first. Then x square minus x square plus. Okay, another function I will take. Limit I will take the first x is equal to limit what I have to take minus 10 to 10, suppose minus 10 to, always the limit will be given. Okay, don't worry about that. Minus to 10 to 10. Okay, one limit is I have taken, and then I have to take another function. Okay, so for better understanding, okay, your dot will be clear. So x dot q, okay, plus x dot power 2 minus 22 into x, 22 minus x minus 40 minus 40. So this is our y function. Okay, now you have to plot it. Plot x comma y, x comma y. Now you have to see the graph first. Okay, so I am plotting here and then I will show the plotted graph. Okay, so graph is plotted. I have to share that plotted graph. Okay, so here I have to grid on. Okay, grid on. grid on. Okay, now you can see the plotted graph. Okay, now you tell me what are the roots, what can be the roots. Okay, you tell me, anyone see the graph and you try to see where the cutting points are there and where not exact root I am telling you.
-3 and 5.
Minus 3. Yes.
Yes, sir. -3 and 5.
But our equation is cubic. X cube plus x square minus 22 x plus 40. So 3 root will be there. Any other? Yes, good. Good try.
-4, -2, sir.
So 2 root, another root will be there also.
And another will be on 5.
5, yes. So here the x cutting point, na, this curve is cutting at the x-axis at this point. So -4 will be there one root, -2 will be the another root, and here between 4 to 5, we do not know. You can guess from, yes, between the this point and this point middle cutting, na, so you can guess 5, but maybe exactly not there. We do not know. If we know also, we can also get the solution. The method is same. So here the 3x cutting point is there. This one, and this one. So you have to take the near about one root, initial guess at near about this. You can take minus 5.2 or minus 3.8 you can take for this root. Okay. Similarly, for this root, you can take minus 1.9 or 2.3, minus 2.3. So second root this way. And third root, between 4 to 5, you can take any values. 4 to 4.2, 4.8, 4.9, any value, initial guess value. So 3 root will be there, you can get it. Similar way. Okay. So again, I will go to the MATLAB. Okay. So then just what I have to do, x1 is equal to f0, then as a string I have to pass it, then our function already I have entered now, so that I will copy this function. Okay, then after that initial guess value. So initial guess value minus 4.2 I am taking for the first minus 4.1 or 2 minus 4.5, any value you can take it. So I am taking minus 4.1. So this will be the one root. Okay. So now you can get it exact root. So you have seen in the graph at the exact minus 4 point, the graph was cutting or y-axis was touching y. So this is one root. So similarly for the second root, x2 is equal to f0. Just to change the here. No. Here just change the, in place of x1 you write x2, and here you can write minus 2 was there na, so you can take minus 1.98, any random value I am taking near about for the second root. So you can see minus 2. So similarly third root x3 I have to take. So using up page up arrow is there na, using that one you can access the previous command, whatever the command you have entered na, so you can access from the page up arrow is there na, so whatever the command already you have entered in the command bar na, you can access the previous command. Okay, so in that way I am accessing. So x3 will be the, just you have to change the, I will take the 4.2 here or 4.3 or 4.289. Okay, any value you can take. So but only it will give the exact root, so 5 only. See, in this way just you can get it the values. Is there any doubt? Yes. So now we will use the different methods. Okay, so using direct anonymous function value. So anonymous function value, this is one example, and one other example was there we have discussed about x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. That function we will first I will show you. So first you have to plot the graph. Okay, then limit is given. So x limit you have to write it. X limit, here the limit is between, you can take minus 5 to 5 or some other, you can take it. Suppose I am taking minus 5 to 5 I am taking. Okay, then y is equal to our function value x squared minus 5 into x plus 6. First problem we have discussed the same. So then plot it. Plot x comma y. Okay, and plot then grid on. Okay, then I will show the plotted graph. Wait a second. Okay, so here limit is not properly taken, so here I will take minus 10 to 10. So then I will show to here, go to MATLAB, then okay, so x value, just I have to change the x value. Minus 10 to 10, minus 10 is 10. Okay, then our function value is nothing but this value. Then plot. Okay, and then grid on. Okay, now I'll show the plotted graph. That's why here now just you have to find out the roots of equation. Okay, so here the limit is given, so limit will be generally given, so I am taking here the without limit given, so that's why here the problem was there. So minus 10 to 10 I have taken. So now you have to find out the initial guess value. Now you tell me initial guess value. Yes,
2 or 3.
that is the exact solution, because you know just many times we have discussed. So initial guess value you can take other values, the exact. So
1.8.
here you can take 1.9 and 3.5 another root initial guess. Here the at this point and at this point the two this y curve is meeting at the x-axis. Here though it is not clearly visible, but exactly at this 2 point only it is cutting. Okay, at this point 2 and at the maybe near about this point. Okay, so we'll show from the solution methods. So similar way, just you know everything. F x1 is equal to x1 is x1 is equal to, and then what I have to write? You tell me. Anyone tell me what I have to write to find out the first solution?
F0.
F0.
Yes. Then
F dot.
yes, as a string you have to pass out your function. Okay, so string, then your function is x dot squared 2 minus 3 into x plus 6.
So it's
No,
2
not
minus
3.
5.
5. Yes, it is 5. That's why 5. Okay, now this is correct, na? So now you have to take the first initial guess value. So 1.8 I am taking. Okay. Now you see exact root is 2. You know about that. So similarly for the x2 also, just you change this value to you tell me any initial guess value, because exact
3, sir.
3.4. 3.4. Okay. So here just you have to change the x2 value. X2. Otherwise everything is okay. Now you see the exact root, you got it. Okay, whatever the near about point you are taking na, but near that point now, whatever the root will be there, only that root value will come. Okay, so this is the three example using direct string method. Okay, now I will clear this CLC. So clear the screen and then clear all variable, clear all to remove all the variables. Okay, now coming to the another method, direct anonymous function. So in that case, just what you have done, just you have created one anonymous function, and that function you have written, okay, at the rate of x, then your function value you have written. So that function, what is our function? Our function is nothing but the x, first example, okay, x into uh, into exp of minus x and then minus 0.2. So this anonymous function you have entered. Okay, now just you have to find out the x1, x2, x3. X1 is equal to f0, then just you have to write only f value. Okay, and then initial guess value. Initial guess value you can take it 0.6. Okay, now you see there answer can. Okay, the here f0 was missing 0, so that's why MATLAB suggested this error is there. Here f0 should be there, o was missing, so MATLAB has given that. So now is the correct answer. Okay, so similarly for the x2 also, you change the x2 here, and in place of this one, second initial guess value, so 2.9 I can take it. Okay, so second value you will get it, exact value you are getting. So there are two ways. So first way is just you are entering the function there as a string, but you are not entering function here. You have created one anonymous function, this one, and just you have entered that function. Okay, and then you have taken the initial guess. In both method, initial guess will be the same. Okay, and the command will be same in both method. F0 command you have to use. Okay, so this way you can get it for this one, and similarly for the another function also we have discussed just now. Another function was there, x cube plus x square minus 22x, that value. So here also you have to take the limit also, minus 10 to 10 minus, so you have to take minus 10 to 10, then y value is equal to y value if you having in mind, so there is no need of taking, just f you have to write at the rate of x, then your function value. So your function value was there x cube, x into power q plus x squared, so x squared minus 22x minus 22 into x value plus 40 or minus 40 was there, minus 40 yes, minus 40 is there only. So this is our function value. So just say I have added, after that 3 root you have to find out. So first root is the x1 is equal to f0, then f value capital F and the initial guess. So first initial guess value you have to write. So first solution was the minus 4, yes, so minus 4.6 or minus 3.9. I will take it minus 3.82. I'm taking any initial guess value. So you will get it exact root. So similarly for the x2 also, just you have to find out the x2. So I will change with the x1, x2, and then you have to take the minus 2. Okay, so you can get it another value. So now you get the second root. So similarly for the third root also, you just change the values of x2, x into 3, and you have to take the near about 5 values was there, na? So you can take 6 also, okay, or 6.2. Okay, you can verify it. Okay, now you got the first root, this one, second root this one, and third root this one, using anonymous function. So here f is nothing but the anonymous function. You are passing this anonymous function. Okay, so this is a way of how to pass anonymous function and direct string method. Okay, is there any doubt? Yes. So that otherwise we can move to the finding out minimum value of a function. Yes, is there any doubt? No doubt. So now we will shift to the find out the minimum value of a function. So already I have discussed about to find out the minimum value of a function. Just what command you have to use? Can anyone tell me? To find out the minimum value of a function, what command you have to use in MATLAB? Yes.
X equal to F minimum B and D.
F x mean f I m I and b and d, and then
Function comma x1 comma x2.
yes, exactly. So just we'll discuss with the example given x square minus 5x plus c with that and the limit minus 10 to 10, and the problem already I have shown to in PPT. In that just our function was given x square minus 5x plus 6 between minus 5 to 10. The limit was there. Okay, so minus 5 to 10, just you have to find out the minimum value of a function. So we will use the fplot command, fplot command, then at the rate of x, no, like this, x, 1 second, x, then you have to write out your function. So your function was the x squared, so x to the power 2 minus 5x, 5 into x plus 6. So this is your, and then you have to write the this one, the limit minus 5 to 5, minus 5 to 10. Okay, so I will close it, and here comma is missing, and you have to close the bracket. Here bracket should be open. Okay, now this is correct. So one plotting will be done. So using plot, na, you have everything in mind. I think we have discussed using a plot in the plotting class, na. So just here we will do the plotting, then we'll go to see the plot. Okay, just I am opening the plotted graph here. Just I have missed the grid on. So I will write grid on here, then now you can see in the plot. So here this is your curve. So between minus 5 to 5 you have to find out minimum value of a function. So here this is the point of minima. So this point will be the point of minima, and you have to also find out the minimum value of this function. Okay, what will be the function minimum value at this minimum point? So two things you have to find out. Got point, na? Okay, we'll go to the MATLAB again and we'll show you how to find out the minimum value of a function at that point of minimum. Okay, so just only you have to take what x and f val. Okay, then after that, what command I have to write? F min b and d. F min b and d. This command. After that, function value. So function value I have to write it. What way? You tell me. This is our function value. Okay, anonymous function direct your function value, and then limit value. Limit value was given minus 5 minus 10. Yes, this limit is given. Na? So same limit I have to take. Okay, then I have to close the bracket. Okay. Now you see that this is the point of minimum value and this is the function value at the minimum value. So at this value, your function having this value. Is there any doubt? It's simple. Only just you have to use the f min b and d and your function, then limit value. Between what and what your limit is there, just you enter that limit value. So it will find out the first minimum point of minima. So x value. So this 2.5 is the point of minima. So from the graph you can understand it in a better way. Okay, just I am showing the graph. So this point will be the 2.5. You can also guess is between 0 to 5 center point, it will be the 2.5. So at this point, your function having the minimum value of 0 minus 0.25. Okay, so you got from the MATLAB. Okay, now is there any doubt? You ask me questions. Yes. So simple, just you have to keep in mind the command name f min b and d and how to enter your function, and this limit you have to keep it x1 comma x2. So already just at that time we have written xn is equal to, or this is equal to x f val is equal to f min b and d, then your function, then limit value x1 x2. So now function and then x1 x2. So x1 is the minus 5 and x2 is the 10. So between minus 5 to find, you have to find out the maximum and minimum value. So this is the limit here, this is the limit. Okay, is there any doubt? Ask me question here. Yes, otherwise we will move to the next example. So no doubt, I think. So I will remove this one, CLC, and clear all. After that, just we will discuss another example. So in the example PPT, just we have entered and another example, x square y is equal to minus x square plus 4x plus 5, and between minus 1 to 5. Okay, you can note down otherwise. Okay, so our function is given. So first I have to plot it. So plot f plot, then at the rate of x, our function value is minus x squared, so x power 2, and then plus 4x plus 4 into x then plus 5. So this is our function value. Okay, and then you have to write the limit. So limit is given minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1. Okay, then you have to close the bracket. Okay, so this plot will be plotted. So I will show the plot in the plotted. Okay, so So here grid on is missing. So grid on, you just write grid on. Okay. Now your grid will be on. Okay. So you have to find out the minimum value of this function. Okay. So we'll see in the MATLAB. Okay. Oh, share screen. Okay. So I have to find out the minimum. So this plot is plotted. After that, just I have to find out x1 is equal to or x fval x fval is equal to f mean b and d, then your function. Okay, then your function you have to write. Already we have entered, so I will write this value. Okay, then limit, just you have to keep in mind, just here x1 x2 x1 comma x2 will be there, so minus 1 comma 1. Okay, so this will be the, so you can get it the your function value. Okay, so at this point your function having this value. Okay, this is how to find out the minimum value of a function. Okay, next. So next example is there, 2x4 plus 3x cube plus 4x square minus 5x plus 10. So we'll discuss with the next example. So I will remove this one. Clear all. Okay. Now just a plot. Then your function value at the rate of x, then your function value is 2x to the power 4, 2 into x to the power 4 plus 3 into x to the power 3 plus 4x square, 4 into x to the power 2, minus 5x minus 5 into x plus 5 plus 5. So this is our function. So something is missing here. Now you tell me what missing is here.
Bracket, sir.
Yes, bracket is not required there. Okay, so just remove the here, bracket is not required. So here bracket will be there. Okay, now not enough input. Oh, limit we have missed. Okay, so here limit is missing. So limit you have to give minus 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Okay, so that's why you can similar error can show it here 2 also. Okay, so how to resolve that? Okay, debugging. So you have to sort out that. That's it. Okay, again here some mistakes is there. So now you see here that what mistake here, expression or statement is incorrect at this point. Okay. Now you see here.
I'm repeating this again because these are
Now your house is plotted. All of you unmute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Yes. Now I will show the plotted graph. So this is your plotted graph of the given function. Okay. Whatever the function is there, simply you have to use the fplot command. Then you have to enter your function at the rate of x, then your function, then the given limit in the square bracket. Okay. So after that your graph will be plotted. So you can guesses for the initial guess. Okay. For x1, x2. Okay. So after that, just go to the command x comma fval is equal to f mean b and d, then your function value. So this function value okay, then minus 1 comma 1. Okay, so bracket close. Now you will get the minimum value of that function. This will be the minimum value of that function at point of minima. So this is point of minima and this is the function value at the minimum point value. Okay. Is there any doubt? So simple, just you have to keep in mind only this command. If you know this command, after that this plotting is additional, not required. It is not mandatory, but for the understanding purpose, just we are doing the plotting. Otherwise, there is no need of this line. Okay. So this way you can plot it. After that, we'll go to the finding out maximum value of a function. Okay. So already we have discussed about just you have to reverse the sign of the given function. If the one function is given, you have to find out the maximum value of that function. Then you just give the minus sign before the your function. Then you can get out the using f mean b and d itself. You can get it the maximum value of that function. Okay. So here also we will use the same method to find out the maximum value of a function. So here we will find out the first f plot, then your function value at the rate of x, then your function value x multiplication exp from the starting example, same example I am taking. So minus x, so minus x minus 0.2, same example I am taking. Then limit was given 0 to 8. So that limit you have to take comma, then square bracket 0 to 8. Okay, same I am taking, then you have to close the bracket. Okay, so from this plot will be then grid on. Now you can verify again the plotting. You can check the plotting. Okay, this will be your plotting. Okay, so now just you have to find out the maximum value, this point value. Okay, so just we'll do it in MATLAB. Okay, so here x, before that x f val is equal to f mean b and d, f mean b and d. Then what I have to do it here? Can anyone tell me? Yes?
Negative.
Negative. Then our function value is this one. Okay, so I am copying this one here. Wherever the negative sign was there, positive sign becomes negative and negative sign will become positive. Okay, so here negative will become positive. And then you have to use the limit value x1 x2 comma x2. So 0 comma 8. Yes, this is right now. Is there any error? You tell me. Is there any error? No error. So just I will hit enter. Then here x
Sir.
equal to sign was missing.
Yes, sir.
Again, what?
Sir, x dot.
Yes.
Sir, function was error, sir.
Okay. Here, no?
Yes, sir.
Any other?
Mm.
Sir, function, sir. Left side minus x.
Oh, yes. Minus x.
Oh, sir, at the rate x.
Yes.
At the rate x.
See, in that way, you can just see sometimes due to not focusing in a. Okay. What na? Like that, only error will come. Okay. Just you have to sort out the error wherever the error is there. Na? Just you have to debug it. Otherwise, there is no issue. So now here, this function having the maximum value at this point, and the maximum value of that function is this much. Okay, got na? So in this way, just only you have to change the sign of your function. So earlier, what function was there? Our function was the x e to the power minus x minus 0.2. This function, see that this function earlier x e to the power minus x minus 0.2 was there. So when I have given minus sign, so earlier plus sign becomes minus, so here minus, and here minus 2 was there, that becomes plus 2. Otherwise everything is same, only just you have to change the sign of your function. Okay. So one more example we will do it. Okay. So CLC. After that, just one more example. Which example I have to take? Just wait a second. X to the power. Okay. So I will take x sin x. I have to take between 0 to 6. Okay. So here I have to take the f plot, then your function at the rate of x. Okay, and then your function value is x sin x into sin x, then your limit is 0 to 6. Okay, 0 to 6. This is our limit. Okay, so from that we can plot it. Okay, so our graph I will show you. Again I will grid on. Okay, now our graph is plotted, so I will show the graph of. Okay, so see this graph, this problem actually I have given in the assignment. Okay, in the assignment I have given. So in that problem, just you have to find out minimum value and maximum value of the function. Yes, you can find out the minimum value at this point and maximum value at this point. So from this graph you can find out both maximum value and minimum value. So in this assignment problem, I have given a problem statement itself. I have written find out maximum and minimum value of function x sin x between 0 to 6. So here we have plotted it. Okay, after that I will go to the screen. Then okay, so here what I have to do it, already we have done the plotting. Okay, after that we can take it both a maximum x mean and x y mean. We have to find out x mean and y mean. Y minimum like this. Okay, equal to then f mean b and d. F mean b and d. If any error will be there, you know about how it will come. Red color it will show. Then you're at the rate of your function x, okay, then your function value x sin x into sine of x, okay. So this value, and then you have to write what? You have to write 0, 6, because you have to find out in this limit itself. The limit is given, okay. Then correct na? Is there any error? You can identify.
No, sir.
Okay, so I will hit enter, then it will give the minimum value of x and minimum value of y. So where you will get it? So I will show in the plot. Okay, so I will show in the plot. Okay, so here the what is the minimum value of x and what is the minimum value of y. So this will be the x, maybe 4 point some value can minimum value, and what will be the minimum value of y? Minus 4.9 or some values. So same thing, we have got the answer. See, the minimum 4.1 was there and y minimum was there minus 4.8. Okay, clear na? So similarly maximum value, because in that problem itself I have written find out maximum and minimum value of a function. Okay, so now you can find out the x max and y max. X max, y max, okay, is equal to f mean b and d, then at the rate of x, then I have to write x sin x. Before that, just I have to give
Negative.
minus
Minus.
minus sin
Sir,
x.
x, sir. Minus x star sin x.
Okay, yes, correct. Yes. Okay. Now correct. So
Yes, sir.
this is for finding out the maximum value. Just you have to give the minus sign. So here also in place of here, and just write 0, 6.
6.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Now you got the, you can verify it, the answer also. Here the x maximum value of x 2.
Sir, function is only minus x sin x, minus x sin x, not sir. Only x sin x.
X sin x is there, na? So only before your function you have to give another term is not there, na? So I can't change the,
Okay,
positive or negative, na? Inside x is not required. You just, if another term is there, na, before that term, just you have to change the sign, positive, negative accordingly. What, na? Now you can verify
Yes,
from
yes.
here. So maximum value of y maximum value and x maximum value. You just see the answer and keep in mind, and you verify from the plotted graph. See, this will be the x maximum. So x maximum is near about 2 point something. Okay. So similarly, the y value of maximum is near about this value 1 point some, na, same value we got now. So now you can, okay. So in this way, just you can find out the what is maximum value and minimum value of a function. Okay. Is there any doubt? So this is all from my side. Is there any doubt? Today's session or previous session, you can ask me questions. Yes. If you have any doubt, you can ask me question related to MATLAB, whatever till now we have discussed. Na? So that, okay.
Sir, share these PPTs, sir, in our group.
PPT I will share. Okay. So for your just you have to submit for report submission, just I will share one Word file in that whatever the things I have discussed in theory. Okay, because you have to submit the report na, PPT is not required. In that Word file itself, what we have discussed na, everything. First, the exercise we have discussed na, their question statement will be written and then solution MATLAB command. So that will be written. So simply just you can copy that command and you can paste in the MATLAB, answer will come. Okay, PPT is not required. You can take the PPT, but 2 times is not required now, because I will share with the Word file now, because that Word file, the whatever the assignment we are submitting now, so that assignment solution only you have to write. The theory part already I will put up in that Word file. Okay, whatever the theory related exercise problem we have done now, so that all exercise problem statement along with the solution I will written there. Okay, just only two exercise and that assignment problem, just we are, even I am discussing is every time, most of the time in MATLAB related na, I am discussing it here only. So just you have to update that answer assignment only from your side. For the report file submission, that will be there, we have to update the answer of the assignment problem. The theory problem or exercise problem, everything will be there. Okay, theory as well as the exercise problem statement and the MATLAB command answer, everything will be there. Okay, so everything I will share, don't worry about that. Okay.
Sir, these everyday weekly classes uploading Canvas, sir. Will revise by looking at that.
Okay, weekly you want na? So weekly I will update the Word file. Okay, so I think Excel is also required. Excel sheet
Yes, sir,
related.
because most of the students missed the first part, sir.
Okay, okay, I will upload week wise na, in coming days, 1-2 days na, I will means before holiday na, 26th, 25th, 26th na, by that time I will upload it. Okay.
Okay,
Anything
sir.
else?
All the recorded sessions also, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how will be the external exam?
External exam will be based on the simply MATLAB. Not, I will not ask MATLAB related. Excel related I will ask. You know everything. You have done practice also. MATLAB actually we required some practice in MATLAB. Those having
We
in a
have to
laptop,
choose the
no issue.
program, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
We have to execute it, sir.
You have to execute. Excel related problem will be there. Na? You can execute it. You know about how to execute Excel related problem. Suppose the plotting is there, you can plot it none. Yes. If the plotting related in Excel is there, you can do plotting.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Similar problem will be there. Simple. What you are learning, simple in
Yes,
that
sir.
way itself. Suppose you have uploaded assignment, maybe some question will come from the uploaded assignment itself. Answer will be there.
Okay.
Okay, na? Any other? So shall we close today's session if no question is there? So thank you everyone for listening and participating in today's classes. Today I am happy you are actively participated and you have learned so many things. Okay, thank you everyone.